Imagine being told that the answers to life's most profound questions are not found in the heavens, but within the depths of your own heart and mind. Picture a philosophy that asks you to look inward rather than upward, that challenges the very idea of a God who controls the universe. This is Buddhism, a tradition that invites us to seek liberation not through divine intervention, but through our own efforts. Today, we're diving deep into why Buddhists don't believe in God, and how this ancient wisdom can transform the way you live your life today. Before we begin, it's important to mention that this video isn't about pushing any agenda or disrespecting anyone's beliefs. Buddhism is a tradition rooted in free inquiry, and questioning is at the heart of its teachings. Whether you're a devout believer, a skeptic, or just curious about different perspectives, you're in the right place. Our mission is to explore, challenge assumptions, and open our minds to new possibilities. So, let's embark on this journey together. When most people think of God, they imagine an all-powerful, all-knowing creator who rules the universe, a being who serves as the moral authority and judge over humanity. This concept is central to many of the world's major religions. However, Buddhism takes a different approach. Instead of focusing on an external deity, Buddhism emphasizes the potential for enlightenment within every individual. The Buddha, who lived over 2,500 years ago, didn't focus on the existence of a creator God. Instead, he was more concerned with addressing human suffering, something we all experience in one form or another. One of the most striking aspects of Buddhism is the Buddha's silence on the question of God's existence. This silence wasn't an oversight. It was a deliberate choice. When asked about the nature of the universe or the existence of a supreme being, the Buddha often remained silent or redirected the conversation to the more pressing issue of suffering and its cessation. To the Buddha, metaphysical questions about the origins of the universe or the nature of God were distractions from the real task at hand, overcoming suffering and achieving nirvana. The Buddha's primary concern was practical: how to alleviate the suffering that is inherent in human existence. He believed that speculating about the existence of a creator God didn't contribute to this goal. Instead, he taught that the path to liberation lies in understanding the true nature of reality, including the impermanence of all things and the illusory nature of the self. This approach is why Buddhism is often described as a non-theistic religion. It doesn't deny the existence of gods, but it also doesn't see belief in a god as essential to the spiritual path. At the heart of Buddhist teachings is the concept of anatta, or non-self. Unlike many religions that emphasize the soul's eternal nature, Buddhism teaches that what we think of as the self is an illusion. There is no permanent, unchanging self that exists independently of our experiences. Instead, we are more like ever-changing streams of consciousness, shaped by our thoughts, actions, and surroundings. This idea is deeply connected to the Buddhist belief in impermanence. Everything, including our sense of self, is constantly in flux. In many theistic religions, the soul is seen as a divine creation, an eternal essence that reflects the image of God. But in Buddhism, clinging to the idea of a permanent self is viewed as a source of suffering. The belief in anatta encourages Buddhists to let go of their attachment to the self and to embrace the impermanence of all things. This shift in perspective is a key reason why Buddhists don't believe in a creator God. The existence of such a being would imply a fixed, eternal order, which contradicts the Buddhist understanding of reality. Another reason why Buddhists don't believe in a creator God is the Buddhist concept of karma. Karma is the idea that our actions have consequences that extend beyond this life. However, unlike in theistic religions where a deity judges your actions, in Buddhism, you are your own judge. Your thoughts, words, and deeds set into motion a chain of events that shape your future experiences. This self-directed sense of morality encourages personal responsibility and mindfulness, two qualities that are increasingly important in today's world. In Buddhism, there's no need for a divine judge to mete out rewards and punishments. Instead, the law of karma operates as a natural principle, much like gravity. The outcomes of your actions are determined by the intentions behind them and the effects they have on others. This understanding of karma reinforces the idea that liberation from suffering is something you achieve through your own efforts, not something granted by a higher power. This focus on personal responsibility is another key reason why Buddhists don't believe in a God who controls the universe. One of the most appealing aspects of Buddhism is its focus on direct experience over blind faith. The Buddha himself urged his followers not to take his word for it, but to test his teachings through their own experience. This empirical approach to spirituality resonates with many people today, especially in a world where traditional religious beliefs are increasingly questioned. In Buddhism, the truth isn't something you believe in. It's something you experience directly through meditation, mindfulness, and ethical living. This practical approach is another reason why Buddhists don't believe in a creator God. In Buddhism, the focus is on what can be directly experienced and verified, rather than on abstract metaphysical concepts. The Buddha taught that enlightenment and liberation are within reach of every individual, and that these can be achieved through practices like meditation and ethical living. There's no need for divine intervention or belief in a higher power. Everything you need to achieve nirvana is already within you. As we come to the end of this exploration, I encourage you to reflect on what you've learned. Could a world without a creator God lead to a more compassionate and mindful existence? How might these teachings influence the way you live your life? If this video has sparked your curiosity, I invite you to dive deeper into these ideas. Buddhism offers a treasure trove of wisdom that can help us find peace, purpose, and meaning in our lives. And if you're ready to explore more, don't forget to check out our next video, where we'll discuss how Buddhist teachings can help you conquer one of today's biggest challenges, overthinking. Click the link and let's continue this journey together.